Brown sugar, babe. Brown sugar, babe. I want some of your brown sugar. Sugar. I want some of your brown sugar. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, Lovebug. If you happen to be new here, my name is Mercy Vaughn. My channel is all about being the intersection between faith, fashion, and fragrance. So if that is your vibe, consider joining the Lovebug tribe. So if you're not new here, then you already know. For the month of March, we are honoring Women's History Month. So this entire month, we are going to spend time honoring and celebrating the women-owned businesses. So definitely just make sure that you're on the lookout, because there are going to be different brands that we're going to highlight this month. If you have not seen my fragrance tray for the month, definitely go ahead and give that a look-see, because that has all women-owned brands on it and women-inspired brands. So that's collaborations with women. So I would definitely say just be on the lookout for all of the amazing content that is going to be created this month as we highlight women. Okay, we are going to take this time to honor the impact and the imprint that women are making on our society. Women are dominating in all different spheres of influence, and so we just want to make sure that we are taking this time to give them the awareness and the love and the just due that they so rightfully deserve. So definitely make sure you are signed off in the group chat. If there are brands that I have not highlighted, if I have not talked about, if you didn't see them on my tray, sign off in the group chat and tell us about some of the women-owned brands that you are loving. But in today's video, we are highlighting Brown Sugar Babe. Okay, so Brown Sugar Babe is owned by Makeda Gibbons. That is a Black woman-owned luxury oil business. She specializes in perfume oils, body oils, and even diffuser oils and all of these things. We have to shout out Makeda because she did open her first official brick and mortar building, actual Brown Sugar Babe location in, I believe, Atlanta, Georgia in 2025. So shout out to her for making history. And so we are going to do a haul of what I got for the 50% off sale, as well as I'm going to give you an entire overview of my entire Brown Sugar Babe collection. So if that is something that you're interested in seeing, baby, go grab you a snacky snack, sit back, relax, and let's hop right into the video. Okay, so this is how it came packaged. So just look at that, so beautiful. Look at that beautiful Black woman. We love it, we love it, we love it. So it came in this lovely box package very well. So we're gonna take some of that tissue out, and underneath all of like the paper is the boxes. So this is how they come in this beautiful brown packaging. I feel like this is a little different than what I remember. I feel like it has some extra stuff on it, but I picked up two from the sale. So we have Princess Treatment, which is inspired by Killian's Princess. I don't need a prince by my side to be a princess. And then we have Musk Be Nice, which is Musk Therapy by H.E.R. So these were the two that I really wanted to pick up. I did have a third one in my cart and it got snatched out. Okay, so before I get into all of that, so Brown Sugar Babe did a 50% off sale for 50 minutes. I'm talking, baby, it was the Hunger Games. Okay, we were literally in World War III. Okay, we are talking fighting tooth and nail. So it, for my area, you only have 50 minutes. It opened, the window opened at 12 p.m. noon in Eastern Standard Time. And so you kind of, what I just did was the night before when it was released, like, hey, we're gonna have a sale, I went in, I did all of my research. I already have a list of things that I'm already interested in. So I kind of just loaded up my cart. I did like a compare and contrast, set my budget as to, okay, this is what I don't really want to go over. I want to make sure I'm within budget. Kind of loaded up my cart accordingly. And then when my alarm went off to say, hey, it's sale time, logged on, went to check out, got put into the like waiting room. I was in line for a little minute. It was like not even a long time. It was like less than a minute. Had to log into my shop account. And then when I got back, it was like I had 3 things in my cart. One of the things were sold out, and that was Woody Spice, which is inspired by Donna Karen's Cashmere and Palo Santo. That got snatched out of my cart, so I did not get her. But I'm actually okay because I've never actually even smelled the original, so I didn't even know if I would like it. So I'm not too much upset because the two that I got were the two that I really, really wanted. The other ones that I was considering was Marry Me, which is inspired by Wedding 6 on Tall, but they did not have that in a 2 ounce, so I did not want to purchase that in a 4 ounce, so I knocked that off. And then everything else was like, I already have something else like it in my collection, so I didn't really need it. So I wanted to make sure I stayed in budget, and then that third oil would have took me over budget anyway, so it kind of just worked out in my favor to just go ahead and get the two. So everything else was still available, the two that I really wanted, and so I checked out, and I was on at 12. I was off by at least 12:07. I had already checked out. Things got to me here really, really fast, so I don't think that that was an issue. I know some people talked about like things crashing and all these stuff that was getting ripped out of their cart. I had one item ripped on my cart, but I also didn't have a cart full of things, so I definitely think that that was a consideration. But we're gonna get into first impressions of these two, and then I'm going to take you into the rest of my collection. I'm going to start with Must Be Nice, which is inspired by Must Therapy by H.E.R. Here is Must Be Nice. I got them in the 2 ounce bottles. So if you've never seen them, they come, of course, in the box, and then you will take it off. And this is like a pour, but inside there is a stopper. So I'm going to go ahead and sniff. Oh, that smells pretty. I know best reaction would be to put it on skin, but I'm not going to put it on skin today. I'm just going to put it on a tester. We're just going to sit with it. That is pretty. I like that. There is something like fruity, kind of citrusy coming out of this that I really am enjoying. I smelled another like Must Therapy inspiration, and it kind of smelled a lot more animalic. I'm not getting any of this. I'm getting like just a nice fruity, musky, citrusy type of fragrance. So I enjoy that. Oh, that's pretty. My brain immediately goes to like Mediterranean Mirage by Bath and Body Works. It goes to like pairing it with like Aqua Hour from Bath and Body Works. It goes to like Acqua di Gioia by Giorgio Armani. That is so pretty. It's giving, I'm giving citrus and I'm giving musky, so it's giving a very citrusy, musky type of fragrance. I can think of a million ways to wear this. This is beautiful. Ooh, I love her. So that is Musk Be Nice. I think that she will get a lot of use in my collection. Next up, we have Princess Treatment. Once again, is inspired by Kilian's I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess. I have smelled the original, and I also have the Inspired by fragrance from Finery. So I definitely wanted to pick her up because I really do enjoy this. But that is how she looks, once again, in the 2 ounce bottle. Packaged the same way. You have the top with the BSB and then the stopper. Okay, not really smelling much out the top, so let's put it on a tester. Let's give her a sniff. Yes. Yeah. That's Princess. That's beautiful. You get that marshmallow. It's beautiful. I love this DNA. I think this DNA is so beautiful. I think this is going to be an easy reach. It reminds me of No Prince Required by Finery. I feel like it's done the same way. And to me, I feel like Finery did an amazing job on No Prince Required, because when I go into Sephora and I smell Princess by Kilian, it smells the exact same, which is one of the reasons why I'm like, I don't even own a travel size of the Kilian fragrance, but I do love this DNA. I think it is so beautiful. I think this is done well. Now, I'll definitely say, keep in mind, this is a marshmallow fragrance. Marshmallow can wear light a lot of the time, so this is not going to be necessarily giving heavy. It's going to be probably closer to skin. So if you're looking for something a lot more beast mode, this may not be the way to go. But if you're already leaning into that Princess DNA, then you're probably not looking for a beast mode fragrance, because none of it is really beast mode to me. But this is so beautiful. Yeah, I love that. She's gonna get a lot of use in my collection. So that is Princess Treatment. Now, one thing I do want to mention, because I don't think I said this, is Brown Sugar Babe is perfume body oils, right? The body oils are designed to work as a perfume, to operate and perform as a perfume. So most people can just wear the oils and don't really need a perfume because it's set to perform as though you're wearing perfume. Now, for me, what I find is I love the scent of the oils and the way in which they project and perform, but I don't necessarily love the formula when it comes to needing something nourishing. So I do typically go in with something as my base and then top it with Brown Sugar Babe for the actual performance and the oil of it all. So I would definitely say just kind of keep that in mind. So that was all of that things that I picked up from the 50% off sale. I think that this was 10 out of 10, 100%, got an A+. I love everything that I picked up, so I'm definitely excited to really add these goodies to the rest of my collection, but I am going to get into the rest of the oils that I own from Brown Sugar Babe. So I have Sweet Thang. So this is currently on my March fragrance tray. This is definitely like a fruity, citrusy, kind of gourmand type of oil. It, I believe, also has some cotton candy. So I know it has raspberry, strawberry, lemon, I think some cotton candy in here. This is really my least favorite. I think it's the way the raspberry is done. Raspberry, I've learned, is a funny note for me, and I think that that is what makes this fragrance very, very difficult, because in theory, a very fruity fragrance is right up my alley, but for some reason, this one just does not do it for me, and I think it's that raspberry, the way the raspberry is done. Raspberry is very funny for me, but I have been getting some use out of her, and I think I am finding some combos that are working for me to have a better relationship with this oil. But I think once I finish her up, I would not repurchase, because this is just not a go-to for me. So that was Sweet Thang, and this is an original fragrance from Brown Sugar Babe. Next up, we have Cloud 9, and this is another original from Brown Sugar Babe. And baby, this is everything, okay? This is like a marshmallow, ooey gooey, beautiful, sweet goodness. This is perfect. I thought this and Sweet Thang would be more alike, but they're actually very, very different, and I really enjoy this. I think that this is done beautifully. This is definitely the way in which I like for this to be done. I really have some fruit in here, and that marshmallow is just done so beautifully. It just literally, like the pink labeling, it just makes me feel so pretty and pink, and just I really, really do love this. If you're looking for just a nice, pretty, like marshmallow with a hint of fruitiness type of oil, Cloud 9, they ate that up. Okay, this is just so beautiful, and I'm surprised I don't reach for her as much, but I do love her. I think that's why I don't reach for her, because like I know it's kind of that crazy psychology of like you love something so you don't reach for it as much. That's kind of like how this is, but she is so beautiful. So that is Cloud 9. I don't know if you can see that, but we have Wild Card, which is inspired by Maison Fresh's Kirk DeJohn's Baccarat Rouge 540. This is just a go-to oil. This is kind of like hot sauce for a lot of people. It can go with anything and everything. It's like fresh, but like spicy. This is like, if you know how a saffron smells, then I think that you understand. It's not spicy as in you like a pepper or a pepper note or something like that, but it has kind of like this spiciness to it. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you know BR540 and you know that DNA, then this is just no different. This is just an easy reach. I think that is done very beautifully, and like I said, it's like crystals to me. I know people talk Frank's hot sauce. I'm a crystals girl, okay? I was born and raised on crystals hot sauce, and to me this is like crystals. It can go with anything and everything. It's such an easy reach. If you like that and enjoy that BR540 type of DNA, then I think that you will automatically just love this. So that is Wild Card. Next up, we have Creme De La Creme, which is inspired by Kayali's Vanilla 28. Once again, just another easy reach. To me, this is kind of like a little bit of a sweeter take on Vanilla 28. It brings out more of that vanilla and that brown sugar that's in Vanilla 28, because in the original fragrance, I get a hint of woodiness. There's an amberwood note that I don't really pick up as much in this. So if you don't like the woody element, or you don't really like wood, or you pick that up on Vanilla 28, then I think that this will be an easy reach. I think this is just a very simple, easy vanilla. Like, I think most people probably already have something like this in their collection, and I think that you will not go wrong with picking up this, because like I said, easy vanilla. If you just like a sugary sweet brown sugar type of vanilla, then I think that you will enjoy this. If you are okay with a more simple vanilla, then I think that you'll enjoy this. It's not complex, it's not overwhelming, it's not mixed with a whole bunch of stuff. It's just a easy, simple vanilla, which I personally don't mind, but I know some people are not a fan. So I would definitely say this is a good reach if you do love just a very simple vanilla type of DNA. So that is Creme De La Creme. Next up, we have Milky Way, which is inspired by Commodities Milk. I do believe it's expressive. Online, it doesn't really say which one it is, but I do believe it is more in line with the expressive DNA. And this is just marshmallow, sweet, spicy goodness. It has a hint of like toastedness to it, to my nose. It is so beautiful. If you love Commodities Milk expressive, then you're gonna enjoy her. I think that it is a perfect match. I think that this is like spot on beautiful. It is so beautiful. I love that milk expressive DNA to just feel confident and just honestly sexy, and just like a woman that's walking into a room and she knows she bought her stuff. Okay, like it's something that is just so beautiful about it. I wear this often. I think this is probably hands down probably one of my most used BSB oils, because I love that DNA and it's done so beautifully and so masterfully. Shout out to Makeda, because baby, this is gorgeous. So if you have gotten your nose on Commodities Milk Expressive and you know that you enjoy that DNA, or you already own that DNA, I definitely think that Milky Way is a heavy consideration, because she is gorgeous. Okay, so that is Milky Way. And last but not least, we have H.E.R, and this is inspired by Chloe the EDP, and I love this. Okay, I would definitely have to go on record to probably say this is hands down one of my favorites. Okay, this is one of my favorites. I love that Chloe EDP DNA when I just want to feel like a grown woman, just confident and beautiful and sophisticated, just like clean and fresh and soapy. Chloe is going to be the thing that I reach for, and H.E.R is spot on. Okay, she is so beautiful. If you love the original Chloe EDP type of DNA, then I think that you will love her. She is gorgeous. Okay, I'm telling you, this is grown woman. When I need to put on like a power suit, and I need to put on some heels, and I need to go into that boardroom and that conference room, and I need to handle business, I'm putting on H.E.R. You feel me? Like, she is just so beautiful, and that is that Chloe DNA. I think that she's just a hint of powdery, clean, fresh, soapy, just a clean woman, like that real clean girl aesthetic. If you like that, then I definitely think that you will enjoy this. This is H.E.R. Oh, she's so beautiful. So that is all of my Brown Sugar Babe oils. So now you have seen a full updated collection video. I don't have that many because I do have to say they are luxury oils, and I know for some people the price point on some of these oils are the thing that is the deterrent for them. I think that at the end of the day, you have to know your finances and make a decision as to what you will and will not pay, and that's going to be at your own discretion. But I do just feel like I love and enjoy this brand. I do believe in supporting Black-owned businesses to the best of my ability, and the reality is, if we don't support them, who will? Right? I'm a Black woman. So to me, it is imperative that I support Black-owned businesses, that I support these businesses, that I put my money behind them, my dollars behind them, but I also walk in truth and honesty. And I'm going to be honest, I know there's been some discourse about Brown Sugar Babe and some of the things that have been happening. Now, in my experience, I have not had issues. This was the third order that I've placed with the company. All of my items arrived in good condition. Nothing was missing, nothing was lacking, nothing was broken, nothing was damaged. I've had my collection probably close to a year at this point. I have not had any issues with any leaking. So that is just my experience. That's the only thing that I can speak to, is my experience. So I would definitely say, if you are considering supporting the business, do your own research, and formulate your own opinions. I think that there will be some discourse that you will see online. I'm just going to be honest about that. I can only speak to my experience. I have not had an issue. I have not had an issue where I need to reach out to customer service or make a complaint or file a claim or anything like that. So I don't know how that process works, and I know that that has been some people's concerns. Now, another thing that has been concerns for some people is the packaging. They feel like if it's going to be luxury, it needs to come in glass bottles. It needs to come with pumps included, because you can purchase pumps. I'm gonna be real with y'all. None of that bothers me. None of that bothers me. It coming in plastic, it coming with pumps so separately. None of that bothers me. That is not something that is a big issue for me. Some people it is, and I respect your stance. But as for me and my house, Mercy Vaughn, that ain't an issue for me. The packaging don't bother me. I think that these are, to me, it still gives luxury. I think it's still beautiful. I love the packaging. The plastic don't make me no never mind. I don't know what to tell you. It coming this way, and not with pumps already included, it does not bother me. I think that you have to formulate your own opinion and perspective on that. But as for me and mine, it's not an issue. So I definitely think that you're going to have to do your research. I know that price point can be an issue, and I'm not going to lie. All of the items that you see in today's collection was purchased from a sale. Now, the 50% off is probably not going to happen for another while. This is the first time that I ever caught a 50% off. And from my understanding, the last one was done like 3 years ago. So it might be another long time before we see another sale of this magnitude. But I think that from my experience, and that's all I can speak for, I had a pleasant experience. I didn't have no issues. I enjoy majority of the oils. Like I said, the only one that is just not my specific cup of tea is Sweet Thang. But everything else I really enjoy. I have now 8 oils in my collection, and so far I enjoy everything in this collection. So I would just say, kind of just formulate your own opinion on the brand to the best of your ability, and decide whether or not you support the brand. I believe that even if you are not supporting financially in the ability to be able to purchase product, that our ability to at least spread awareness that, hey, there is a Black woman-owned luxury oil brand out there. Hey, give it a try, check and see. I think that that knowledge in and of itself, and being able to spread that awareness, is going to be impactful. Follow them on social media, engage with their content to the best of your ability. Now, I think that you have to decide where you stand, right? Because some people are like, no, I don't mess with Brown Sugar Babe, I don't rock with them. And baby, that's your decision. I'm not going to tell anybody how to spend their money and who to and to not support. I'm not going to tell them who they can and cannot support. I'm just not going to do that. As of right now, I don't have any issues, so I will continue to support the brand. And I stand by the product. I believe that it's a good product, and at the end of the day, I know sometimes price is a big part of the conversation when it comes to Brown Sugar Babe, and I'm like, at the end of the day, your price is your price. And for me, I'll make a decision as to whether or not I'm going to pay that price. That's just me. I know my finances. I know what I can and cannot do comfortably, and so if I gotta skip this sale, I'm gonna skip this sale. If I cannot cover that financially, if that's not feasible for me and my household, then I'm just not gonna do it. Like, that's just me. And I think that if the price is too much, even with a sale, then it's okay if you're not going to shop them. I think that we just have to be mindful of how we communicate about brands, because I don't think that we have to dog a brand just because we feel like their price point is too much. I would definitely say, if you're not willing to pay it, say I'm not willing to pay it and go about your business. You don't have to talk about the brand. You can just move on. And so, I don't know. That may or may not ruffle some feathers. But like I said, I don't have an issue with the brand. I've placed multiple orders at this point. Nothing has come damaged. Nothing has come broken. And I think that that is something that you also have to consider when we're talking about wanting the brand to lean towards glass bottles. That what risk that puts to your items in shipping, because she does have a brick and mortar location, but it's in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you are not visiting or living in Atlanta, Georgia, or the surrounding area, then you're probably not going to get to the store, which means if you're going to support the brand and place an order, you have to come through shipping, and glass is just going to make that a lot more riskier. I don't know. But that's my take. That's my take. But even if you can't support, just do your best. I would just say that in all things, let's just make sure that we're intentional about how we maneuver, because the reality is we live in a cancel culture, and I think that we have to address this. We live in a cancel culture, and I think that we are so quick to want to knock people down off of their high horse or their place. If you're at top rank or you're getting all this accolade, all this celebration, sometimes we have a crabs in a barrel mentality that we just want to knock people down. And I think that there is a way to give corrective criticism if there's something that you do not enjoy or something you think that can be tweaked or improved upon. But I don't think that we need to go around being mean or being nasty. What have you. So, and I've seen some stuff. Some people are just speaking the truth to their opinions, but some people are nasty. That's just the reality. So I'm a hush before I go ahead, before y'all be want to snap on me in the comments and I done ruffled too many feathers. But I stand by the business. So I would definitely say, if you have Charmed by Sugar Babe, definitely sound off in the group chat and let us know your thoughts. If there's a product that you love and that's your favorite, definitely let us know. But that is it for today's video. I hope to see you back here next time for another upload. But until then, baby, remember that I love you, God love you, so remember to always, and I do mean always, love you too. Smooches, love bug.